Hi everyone, it's Shirley from Shirley's World. It's evening and I'm sitting out here with my chickens while they have time to dust themselves in this scratch area I have for them here. This is a completely dirt area where I dump some wood ash sometimes and some diatomaceous earth in there. So it's a good place for them to go and dust themselves. Because in their chicken run over there, it's a cement floor and they can scratch all they want in their bedding, but they'll never get to dirt. Of course, when they go out every day into the big yard over there, so they can scratch around in the grass and the dirt over there too, but this is mainly for dusting here. And they really like to do it in the evening. And I like to sit out here with them. I was supposed to get something prepared to talk about the best or good breeds of chickens to get for your first chickens. If you're going to get your very first chicks, what are some good, yes, it is very peaceful, good breeds of chickens to get for your first ones. Oh, hi there, Pepsi. Pepsi's always hanging around the chickens. I know one is the Buff Orpington, which is the gold ones over there. They're good. Good first chickens. But I'll get a list together. Read about them, get a list together. I sort of just mine are really good, but I think they actually, there are some good ones, really good calm birds for your first chickens. The thing about the Buff Orpingtons, so they are very prone to go broody in the summer, which is okay. I mean, there's a way to get them out of their broodiness. It's not too hard, and or if you'd want to lay some eggs under them to hatch, or get some more tiny chicks and put them under them, they'll raise them like their own. I think that the Easter eggers are really nice first chicken. Plus, with them you get green and blue eggs, and they come in all colors. They don't just come in brown. My other one was white, the one that got killed, but they come in other colors too. So that breed comes in several colors. This pretty one, the black and white silver laced Wyandotte. There's a golden laced Wyandotte too that's golden black. It's really pretty too. And if you follow Rev Beej, it's REVBEEJ. He talks with his about his chickens every single morning. You see him letting his chickens out. He has a little chicken farm, and every night he makes them go in their coops. He has 4 or 5 coops. They free range in the daytime. And then for an added thing, he has a lot of hummingbirds at his place in Texas. And he, in the evening as the sun goes down, they come and they drink from a cap right out of his hand. So it's really something to watch and very peaceful in the evening as the sun goes down in Texas. So my Easter egger, I don't know what she's looking for. I don't think there's any worms left in there. They go. See, they make little burrows. They try to make, actually, they make indentions in the ground, almost like a hole. There's a big hole in the corner over there. Yeah, she's going to go someplace else. See, Martha came along, Martha, who is the head of the flock over there, and I guess told her to get out of there. She wanted that space. Dottie's going to try to get it back, I think, but we'll see. Chickens are so funny. This is like watching chicken TV. I think besides, now that I have Periscope to watch, I watch that a lot, and my chickens to watch, I don't think I'd even need cable anymore, or satellite. I have satellite, but except for certain programs, you know. I am looking forward to the last series of Downton Abbey. I'm a Downton Abbey fan. Anybody else here watch that? I'm so sad it's going to be the end of it this year. It plays here in January. I know in England it plays earlier. It might even be starting pretty soon in England. I live, for those of you that don't know, I'm surrounded, I have 1 square acre and I'm surrounded by a beautiful golf course. So it looks like I have a lot of land, but I really just own 1 square acre. It's very peaceful and quiet, no neighbors. Well, the golfers in the summer, because there's a tee right over there, and then way on the other side, I don't know if you can see, can you see that red flag over there? Way over there, that's a green. That's a green. So, besides the golfers though, I have no neighbors. So if anybody's here, let me know where you're from. I'm Shirley Corwin, Shirley from Shirley's World. I have a blog called shirleysworld.blogspot.com. I've been blogging since 2009. I blog a couple times a week, so there's lots and lots of posts on there, mostly about my homestead, my animals, my horses, my chickens and dogs, and gardening. Yeah, I know you're from Maine, Erin. Thank you for staying with me. Yes, it's very peaceful. And Dottie's saying something here. I don't think I could ever live in the city again or with neighbors right up against me. Before we moved out here, I moved out here about 15 years ago with my husband, and we had lived in a suburb of Cleveland where the houses were really close together, no land at all, and I don't think I could ever do that again after living in the country. I enjoy the peace and quiet and the scenery here way too much. Erin, do you live in the city or the country? You have cold winters in Maine. Probably colder than here. After last winter here, which was treacherous, I do not look forward to it. And this summer has gone so quickly. Our June was completely rained out and cool, and we've only had like 4 90-degree days this summer. And already the evenings are starting to get cool. I love fall, but I hope it's a long, long fall. Oh, you live in the country too? Yeah. I love it out here. I'd love to have lots and lots of land, but then you have to take care of it. This way the golf course takes care of all the land around me. Yeah, it's too cold. Well, if it's too cold, as long as I don't lose power, I can always stay in. It's when the roads get treacherous that I hate it. You know, the driving on bad roads, snowy roads. You've lived there for 15 years too, same as me. On the Penobscot River in a tiny home. You love to kayak. Oh, I've never been in a kayak. I've gone canoeing, and of course I've gone on boats because my husband had a boat, which is this boat right here. But that's my son's now, and for the 3rd year in a row he has not put it in the water. I wish he would sell it. I'd like to have my yard back. My son and daughter-in-law have my 2 grandchildren, and they're 6 and 8. You want eagles and osprey. Oh my, yeah. All I have here flying by is Canadian geese and ducks, mallard ducks. Lots of Canadian geese. The golf course has a lake that's over by the tee, beyond the tee over there. And grandson turned 4 today. We'll tell him happy birthday. Yes, isn't this a cute age? Yeah, I hate to see mine grow up any further. They're such a nice age right now, and even when they were a little younger. They love my chickens, especially the little girl. Yes, perfect age. They like to come out here. Although this summer, they have a big pool in their yard, an above-ground pool. It's a big one. And my son he's in construction, and my son built a huge deck all around the pool, so it's really nice. Then my son built them a big tree house, so they have quite a nice place to play at their house. But they went, I think they started back to school this week. Maybe it's this next week. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to them in about a week. So I didn't get a chance to go in their pool this year. Last year I went in. I'm sure it'll still have hot days though. They heat their pool, so their pool's like 80 some degrees. So it's really, really warm. Almost too warm. Oh, you're an RN too. Not retired yet, but soon. Well, the happiest RNs are retired RNs. can say that for sure. No kidding. I worked in the emergency room for 20 years. That's an amazing coincidence. Yeah, I sort of got burned out. I retired earlier. I retired when I was like in my middle 40s. 48, maybe closer to 48. I retired. I just sort of got burned out. And my husband was a policeman, and he retired, but he kept in the law enforcement. He became the warden of the new jail that they built in that city for a while. He worked up until he got sick with leukemia. Really? Oh my God, I saw that you were an RN. I didn't know you were. Yeah, I worked in the ER all those years. Boy, we have some great stories, don't we? Maybe I should tell a story per scope. ER stories. Stories from the ER. You could do that too.